It's Super Wild Card Weekend. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Who wins the epic matchup between the Dolphins and the Chiefs? This is the matchup I'm most interested in seeing. It's going to be disrespectfully cold in Kansas City. Tua Tagovailoa better bundle up on the sideline because, as we know, he does not perform well in the cold. When it comes to playing in freezing conditions, Tua Tagovailoa finds it difficult to grip the ball in severely cold weather. It affects the passing game. What I think he is 0-6. He has an 0-6 record when the temperature is below 40 degrees. The Dolphins have lost 10 straight games where kickoff temperature is 40 degrees or lower. I was thinking about this. Miami is a warmer city in a densely sized beach city. So there's girls wearing bikinis. Some of the hottest babes you'll see are dressed in summer attire in the month of January. It's completely different in Kansas City. It is cold. It is really cold. It would have been a huge advantage for Miami if this game was played at Hard Rock Stadium, but it's not. It's played at Arrowhead. This game is played in Kansas City, so I have to give the edge to the Kansas City Chiefs, even though they have played like a one and done team. I've been saying that since the early part of the season, that this has looked like a one and done team. And you add the fact that the Dolphins are banged up. If you add the fact that the Dolphins are banged up, they don't really have a chance to win this game. We know that the Dolphins roster is severely depleted and a squad ravaged by injuries. I think with all their injuries, they qualify for AARP. Okay? When you're signing guys off the street, that tells you how banged up they really are. Outside linebacker has become a position of need for the Miami Dolphins with Phillips out. Bradley Chubb is out. And Andrew Van Ginkel having all suffered season-ending injuries. Those are huge losses, right? Those are vital pieces to their team, key components to their team that is out with injuries. A lot of guys have been placed on injured reserve. So they signed linebackers Justin Houston and Bruce Irvin to their active roster. Houston, as we know, is a four-time Pro Bowl selection. And yes, he definitely can be productive. And he has been productive late in his career. I said earlier in the week that the Miami Dolphins getting the Chiefs could be a blessing in disguise. I do think the Chiefs are more vulnerable than the Bills for whatever that's worth. They look like an absolute shell of themselves and have struggled against the run. So I don't really have a lot of confidence in this Kansas City Chiefs squad. I don't think they're going very far. I felt like this was somewhat an advantage for the Dolphins, but I don't know. I just don't know. If Tua can endure the elements and get the ball out of his hands, it could be an interesting game. But the weather will be a factor tonight and could be the deciding factor in this game. The Dolphins, history tells us that they don't play well in cold conditions. You're going from 75 degrees to 0-degree weather. I don't see how they win that game, even though the Chiefs aren't dominant like they used to be, especially on offense. They've been terrible on offense. Receivers drop the ball. Patrick Mahomes is frustrated. They are definitely beatable this season. But I think they can squeeze by the Dolphins given the circumstances. The Dolphins are banged up. They don't play well in cold. I don't see them weathering the storm. This game depends on which Tua shows up. I think the Chiefs find a way to get it done today at home where they have lost some this season, right? Which has been concerning because they never really lose at Arrowhead. This game hinges on whether Tua can handle the cold. I don't know if he can. A quarterback has to be able to endure the elements and constantly play at a high level regardless of the competition or the playing conditions. Great ones learn to play through anything. And one thing is for sure, Patrick Mahomes and the folks in Kansas City can handle the cold. The only the only the only thing is the Chiefs receivers are not trustworthy. That if they drop a lot of passes in normal weather, then what would it be like tonight? I can see them dropping a lot of passes tonight. And that's going to be very frustrating for a guy like Patrick Mahomes who, throws dimes. I heard playing in this weather that it feels like you're catching a brick when the ball hits your hands. What I would like for the Chiefs to do more of is run the rock and run it some more. Tire them out and keep running. Establish the run early and often in the game. It could be a close and exciting game. And shame on the NFL for broadcasting this game on Peacock, leaving NFL fans in the dark. Why is this game exclusively streaming on Peacock? Why is that? The Chiefs and Dolphins game being only available on a streaming service is a slap in the face to NFL fans. The NFL ought to be ashamed of themselves. There's a lot of people who would love to see this game tonight. And it's going to be the coldest game in NFL history. They're saying it is. And yes, I have Peacock, but this is bad for the fans, right? It's going to be too cold. I think it's going to be too cold for the Dolphins to have any type of control in this game. I just can't see them winning. Now, if it was at their place, different story. I can't think of any better punishment for the Dolphins season to end than to have them go play in the Ice Bowl, because that's what it is. It's the Ice Bowl. It's going to be cold out there. I couldn't last out there. All right. I would have to have 3 jackets on. I'm a California guy. I don't even think those heat machines on the sidelines can help them stay warm. I don't think anything can help Miami stay warm. This is gonna be a tough game for the Miami Dolphins because it's gonna be cold as hell out there. Good luck.